everyone, it's Kevin with Permeate Evangelism. We're excited to have a short interview today with a special guest. We're going to be sharing about how we can develop a culture of evangelism, but we want to specifically give you a tool for your toolbox of how to start the spiritual conversations. That's sometimes the hardest part of evangelism is starting the conversation. So we're going to give you one example today and some stories of how it's been effective. So, Chuck, welcome. We want to ask you, can you tell us about the new tool that you've been using to start spiritual conversations?
I believe it's kind of a God-inspired thing, to be honest, because years ago we did a five-question survey at Princeton, and every Friday afternoon we go out for a couple hours in pairs, and somehow that form came to pass on my desk somewhere, and I looked at question number two and I said, "Hey, that'd be a really great thing to ask." So I went to my trusty whiteboard and I wrote out the two questions and I just put on the top campus survey and I started doing it and I started having amazing conversations.
Awesome, awesome. And what are the two questions?
The two questions are number one, what two words would you describe your life? And then by the same token, what two words would you use to describe God if you believe in God? So I leave it totally open to them. And then once they, I have a clipboard and I have a line down the page, and I write the two words for the student and two words for God, and it just goes from there. Sometimes it goes for 5 minutes, sometimes it goes for 30, 40 minutes or longer.
That's awesome. And why do you believe this is being so effective for you? Like, what about the question would you say is makes it effective?
I've been thinking about that. Maybe it's like people like to just say who they are. Maybe could it be pure egotism? I don't know, but they're just they're drawn to it. Or maybe they start thinking, well, who am I? And sometimes you get some real, frilly answers, as deep as a bird bath, and other times that they're straight from the heart. And those are the fun ones because then you can ask questions based on the two words they gave you.
Yeah, and that's awesome. And you get to know them almost with two words, but then you also know where they are with God of even basic knowledge,
No,
and then
absolutely,
you can go present the gospel from there.
absolutely, absolutely. Yep. And
That's
a lot of
awesome.
times, what I've found is that from their answers, they appear to be Christians. They're just not plugged in. So then my main goal there is to try to get them QR codes for the Christian fellowship groups on campus or websites, or just tell them when the meetings are held. And I'll bet right now, maybe, I don't know, somewhere between 6 and 10 students just in the last couple of weeks have now gotten plugged in to campus groups just from this crazy survey.
Yeah, just simple two questions, and now it's becoming fruit of gospel conversations, and now like 10 or so people plugged into campus groups. It's awesome. And what I would encourage you all, and we could go further in depth to this, but even grab a trusty old whiteboard, check if you want to show it real quick. It doesn't have to look fancy.
This will inspire you all.
Yeah. So grab a little whiteboard and go to your local street or campus. But I would also challenge each one of you, ask these questions to your friends, family, neighbors, coworkers. Like,
Mhm.
what two words would describe you in your life? And what two words would you describe God with? And you're going to be amazed at how much you learn about the person. And then you can go to share the gospel from there. So, Chuck, thank you for joining. We appreciate it. We're definitely going to have you back on for more. But thank you for your faithful service for the Lord.